Hello guys, my name is Anubhav and welcome to my channel Vlog IT Explorer, and today we are going to discuss OS patching, why OS patching is required and why it is important, because why every organization is more concerned about OS patching, right? Because there are many factors, right? So OS patching refers to a process to update or of updating the operating system of a device with the latest patches or update providing by operating system vendor. That means every vendor or every OS vendor like Microsoft, Ubuntu, RHEL, right? They used to release some kind of patches which fixes the bugs and which they address the vulnerabilities, they address the open ports, they address the improvement, performance related enhancement or overall security, right, and functionality of the operating system. So basically they are actually enhancing our operating system in another way, and also they are securing the operating system, right? So Microsoft is used to release the patches every on second Tuesday every month, and for Linux there is no particular schedule like Microsoft, but they used to release this one, right? So like on Ubuntu we used to type apt get update, right? That is the command, and in RHL we type yum update, right? That is the command. So it is not that we install all type of patches, right? So there are particular patches which we used to install, but there are few patches which I wanted to show you. Security update, bug fix, performance improvement, feature enhancement, and compliance. So basically by the name you can easily get to know that which patch is related to which thing, right? So like security update, so it will fix your vulnerabilities and also it will be protecting you from the open port hackers. Like they because in the backend, right, what happen when any ransomware or any malware attacks on your system, they find out your open ports on your system and they used to attack on those ports so that they can easily get entry on those back ports, right? Simply if I talk about bug fixes, so these patches are basically resolve your software bugs, right? So like if Microsoft release any patch for Office or Microsoft Office, they will release some patch related to OS Office or software bugs. It may not related to OS, but yes, it is related to your softwares. Sometime if there is a bug, because these days what I have seen that Microsoft used to release a bundle package. Earlier they used to release some other packages, like for one operating system they may be releasing 2-3 packages, but now they are releasing a bundle package which actually having 2-3 packages inside it. So recently if you install your patch into Microsoft, right, or Microsoft Windows, you can see that there will be 2 patches, right, for the same day. Okay, similarly for performance improvement and feature enhancement and compliance related, there are patch categories, but as per my understanding and based on my experience, right, which I'm carrying, so I have always seen that many big organizations or many MNCs use only security patches, and under in security patches there are other categories can be found, right? So there are important, low, right, and critical, like that. So under in security, some companies used to only install or only used to approve only the critical patches, not every patch, okay, because that is not important, okay, but they used to update critical patches on their systems. So right, so even if you are working in any IT or big company, they will be the IT team will be approving only critical patches, okay. In case if they want any kind of enhancement, then they can release the bug fixes or performance improvement or feature enhancement packages or patches, right? So let's suppose there is a recently I can give an example for Windows 10 or Windows 11 I can give you. So Windows 11 the latest version was 23 earlier, right, but now it is 24H2, right? So it comes under in feature enhancement, right? So if you are approving feature enhancement, then it may lead to your enhancement of operating system, right? So moving on to next slide. Okay, so every patching process, right, it actually include a common kind of steps, right? So first you do identification, right? Then you do testing of your patch. Then if testing is successful on your some test environment, and if you are really want to go with the production one, then you can take backup of your machine first, and then you can go ahead for the patching, right, as a best practice. So basically, let's suppose your infrastructure is running on AWS, then you may take a native backup of those servers, those production machines, and after once the backup is completed, you can you push the patches onto end machines, right? And finally, once the deployment is done, you usually do verification, right? So you reboot your machine and you check the functionality of your OS, if it actually works, right? Because sometime if you do not test your patch and you push your patch to actual production system, it may harm sometime, because sometime I have seen that there are some issues in the released patch also, right? And Microsoft used to Microsoft always used to consider the new releases patches into their development, right, for the next development actually, right? So similarly, then once this habit comes, right, and you make this process in your organization, then you can go to the regular maintenance. So every month you can go by the regular maintenance, right? So every month you can take a downtime from your customer, or maybe if you are running an own IT support, maybe you can have a downtime of machines maybe on Sunday or Saturday, and you can do a regular maintenance, because every month you will be installing the patches if you are doing. Why we do it? Because we are keeping, as I earlier told, right, the same thing. So we used to do patching because we want to keep our system secure, right, and bug free. So there are various varieties of tools are available in the market, but I can take few, right? And why I am taking few? Because I don't want to put you in some kind of confusion. So there are free tools as well, and there are paid tools as well. So Windows Server Update WSUS service, what you see is a free version of Windows service, right? So it is a patching tool. It is a free version. You can install this service on any Windows operating system server operating system, and but the limitation is that it only supports Windows, right? It cannot patch your Linux machines, right? So the limitation is there, right? Similarly with IBM BigFix, but it supports Windows and Linux, both machines, right? Both servers. Why this specific session for the Manage Engine? Because the Manage Engine, I'm using Manage Engine these days, and Manage Engine, I found this tool is a kind of like Bible of the tools, right, or the services, because this tool is not having any limitation. I can see that this Manage Engine tool can do many magics, right? Okay, so limitation is like OS specific feature limitations, right? OS specific, when I say WSUS is a OS specific tool, right? So only Windows operating system can be updated by this tool. I can see some feature updates limitation also, like WSUS is not having many features, right? Like inventory, it cannot do MDM thing, right? It cannot manage your software deployment, right? I mean, there are multiple dependencies or limitations, I can say, and it is agentless, right? But for IBM BigFix Manage Engine, you need an agent, right, which will be communicating to your actual master tool, right? Or you can say it is a master client communication. So every machine which is in the backside of this setup will be a client machine where you can install your agent, right? and those machines will be patched by the tool, and those machines will be reporting to that manage engine console or any tool console. Okay, so moving on to next slide, which says manage engine. What is manage engine, right? So manage engine is a manage engine central is a tool formerly known as desktop center earlier in the past, right? Which is coming from Zoho Corporation, and this tool is actually made to cater your IT operations services, right? It will be managing your security endpoint management, for the businesses, right? And this experience of this tool is kind of seamless. I am already using it for some clients, right? So you can see there are multiple features. Along with the patching, it gives you many functions, like you can have tools where you can remotely control any desktop or machines where the agent is installed. You can manage the registry part, you can manage the file part, you can manage inventory, you can deploy softwares, right? And you can manage asset management, you can do, right? Inventory section is there, you can manage MDM, right? And there are policy related also, you can push the policies to end machines. And it is not limited functions, I would say. These functions are altogether is kind of a mixture which will give you a form of like a seamless experience, right? So you can also in manage engine, right? You can do patching, you can reboot your machine, right? From the console you can see how many updates are available, count also you can see, failure you can see, right? You can schedule, you can do schedule restart, right? So later, I mean, this is just a starting, right? What we are doing here, what we are having this session. We have more, more interactive session, like, so we'll be covering in next section. What we'll be covering is how to register for manage engine central, and what is the actual product name, right? So you are already aware that actual product name I have already shown in the previous slide, which is formerly known as desktop center earlier, and the type of manage engine installation and available options. So we'll be discussing in next slide or next session, we'll be discussing about manage engine installation, where you will see a type of manage engine installation. Maybe I can show you on the screen how to register for manage engine central, how we can download that software, or how we can deploy the software, right? And what are the available options. So these days you can see PaaS options are available, right? And IaaS also available. So you can download and manage your servers for manage engine, or you can use their PaaS services, right? Which is already available. So both options are available. So just for your next point, I can take you through this manage engine central website. So you just need to do one thing: go to Google, type manage engine central, and it will redirect you to this page. Okay, this manage engine central page, right? So in first go, you just need to click on sign up, right? So you will be able to see these two, right? Cloud and on premises, right? So we'll be discussing these all stuff into our next session, right? Thank you for visiting to this channel. Thank you very much.